Hi, this is Chris Burnett from Green Dragon, Tai Chi and Qigong. And today I want to talk a little bit about some of the basics of the Chen style that we do. So one thing that we want to make sure is that we have our starting posture correct, which we call Wuji posture. Now we're in Wuji posture, we want to sink in the Kwa, which is this inguinal crease, and as we sink in the Kwa, the knees will bend slightly. Okay, so you always hear me talk about not wanting to put the weight or the energy into the knees. So I don't just want to bend the knees and have my weight coming into the joints, okay? So I want my feet, my weight centered on what we call the bubbling whale, just behind the ball of the foot where the arch begins. So we're not on the toes, we're not on the heels. And as we sink, we tuck in the Kwa. The knees will bend, but the weight will go into the thighs and the bottom of the feet. The tailbone will tuck downward or slightly forward so that the spine straightens, opening what we call the Ming Men or the life gate. So if you were to see me from the side, when I sink and tuck tailbone downward, this should be full and flat instead of this. So as we sink into the Kwa, the crown extends up. Chin is tucked slightly, and there's a slight concaving of the chest. No joints locked. So the arms not flaccid, not collapsed, open, joints open, relaxed. Breathing deep, all breathing done through the diaphragm. So as you inhale, imagine your breath and your chi going down below the belly button into what we call the lower Tien. Probably about 1.5 to 2 inches below the navel, in between the pubic region and the belly button. Relaxing, sinking, breathing deep. Good. Once we've got the hang of our posture, we feel centered, we're not leaning in any direction, and just clearing the mind, breathing deep. So we'll start with a basic exercise we call circling the Tien. So as I turn, I want to close this Kwa, sink. The hands are a leader in this particular exercise. And as the hands go across, I turn the Tien here. So I don't want the knees going outside of my frame. I want to turn, and this Kwa closes. I come up and over, just relaxing and learning to rotate the Tien. So circling, shifting the weight, rotating. So there is another video on circling the Tien on Green Dragon Tai Chi YouTube page. So I won't spend too much time on this, but this will be the basis for the silk reeling, a lot of applications, and also the forms that we do. Okay. So moving, talk a little bit about the silk reeling. If we are in what we would see the most basic silk reeling that you will see, or should I say the most common silk reeling that you'll see, will look like this. Across, down, over, rotating, and then back across. So here, as you can see, when I go to the right, I'm going to push out of my left leg and let the energy travel through the Kwa, through the Tien, and be expressed out to the extremity, to the fingertips even. Sink, relax, and as I turn left, right leg does a spiral up and through the body, rotate here. So as this leg rotates or corkscrews outward, it's a yang energy. It's what we call Sun Chan. At the same time, this one, energy is coming in and it's rotating in a counterclockwise way, what we call Ni Chan. So as this is expressed up and out in a yang energy, this is spiraling into the ground. We open and then turning, using the leg, using the waist power. So if we were to do it in a fast and smooth motion, so as you can see, nothing moves independently. Everything connected, energy out of the ground, expressed outward. So if we add the second arm in, so a lot of work for the legs, a lot of waist work, but not arms, so it's not arms doing this, right? It's turning. So when we get into the forms and we get into doing our 8 energies drills, this is the way we want to express the energy out of the ground. So I'm going to turn sideways for you, and if I do our 4 energy, our Chen style 4 energies. So turning. So the back leg loads, touching the heel, everything has a potential to come forward. Even if once I set my foot down, so I have the quad nice and open, and pushing the back heel into the ground, energy transfers to the palms out, expanding into our ward-off shape. Then we rotate the hands, shifting back. So hands are in position. Now I let the quad and the Tien do the work. Shifting back, turning. This is our Lu, our rollback. Press. In this particular instance, we're not going to close our press. We're going to hold the energy between the palms and press. So here, notice the Ming Man is full, so we don't want the butt sticking out. Want the tailbone tucked under, Ming Man nice and full, nice roundness of the back, head up. We're open, pressing down for on. Then we switch, turning the foot. Hands and feet arrive same time. Circle down, put the foot down, and expand out of the left leg for our ward off. Rotating the hands, shift back, we turn the waist. It's our roll back. Press. Then we open for our push. Open, push down. I'll do one more time. Turning the foot, hands and foot arrive same time, up, rotate, out of the ground, roll back. So we spiral into the ground, knee chop, press, out of the ground, open, spiraling into the ground.